Regis, can I ask you first the news today that Christian Speakman has left the club? Your reaction to that news?
To be fair, I shared the words of the owner, and I think Christian was a huge contributor to the club development. From League One to the Premier League now, that deserve huge respect. Personally, it was really important for me because, especially at the beginning, for my integration, new language, new league, new players, new club, it helped me a lot, and that's part of professional life.
How was your working relationship with him? Because I know when we asked you about transfers and the like, it's very much you said, well, that's Christian dealing with that, not me, I don't get involved.
Yeah, it was a part of the process, two windows. The first in the summer and the second one in the winter, but on daily basis. I think when we start in a new country, the language is really key, and it's not a direct translation. So you have culture, you have nuances, and it helped me a lot for that part as a coach, and with the connection with the players.
The FA Cup then, I don't suppose you thought you'd be going back to Oxford so soon after the last visit, which wasn't the best of afternoons.
Part of the journey. Yeah, first of all, FA Cup, new competition, one of the most iconic in English football. So, like we did against Everton, we want to go strong. And for the context, the last game we had is a really good reminder. The championship is tough, even if they are struggling in the league. We expect a tough game, especially in a competition like that. So we'll have to show a good, strong version of Sunderland to be the winner at the end of the game.
My memory serves me right. I think for someone who doesn't get carried away with a win or carried away with a defeat, I think that was probably the angriest we'd seen you after a game, that defeat at Oxford.
Really? I forget quickly. Yeah, it was a tough game because they were direct, they were strong on set pieces, and we struggled against their direct play. So it's a totally different kind of game, and we have to be ready for that. And sometimes you just want to play football because we have a good technical ability, but it's not enough to win a game. And this game will be the same. Key moments will define the output. So if we are not ready against their strength, and we don't punish them with our opportunities, it will be difficult.
I think you signalled your intentions for the Cup with the team that you named at Everton. You've got a little bit of flexibility now. You've got the players back from AFCON, other players back from injury. You can still make changes and still field a strong 11.
Yeah, I think so. So we had a strong week with 2 games against 2 top 6 teams. So it was really demanding. Physically, especially, so we'll probably adjust the squad, but it will be important to go strong.
As you mentioned, Oxford are struggling. Do you think that their focus is probably more on the league now than it is on the Cup?
I don't know, but I expect it's a new story for them, so they can reset, we can reset, and it will be one fixture, and you can give everything without fear, which can be the case in the league. So it's going to be really difficult.
Just finally from me, in the week, I think a few people said after the Liverpool game that Sunderland looked a bit flat. I think that was the word that people used to describe the game. Do you think there's an element of tiredness in some players? I think Siddiqui hasn't looked quite the energetic player that he did at the start of the season. Are there a few that need probably just a break?
Yeah, I don't know. After the review, I don't know if we were flat. We tried to play with our usual intentions, I think Liverpool were good against our high press. They went long and dominated, especially during the first half, the first and the second contact. So we were not able to regain possession in that phase. And they were able to build close to our box. And with the ball, we tried. Our second half was better, not enough to create chances. And against Arsenal and Liverpool, both teams were more clinical and more dangerous than us. And that was probably the main difference.
After the games that have come, Arsenal away and then Liverpool in the week, is it almost a bit of a welcome respite to play a team in the lower division, or could it potentially be a banana skin game?
Say it again, please. Yeah.
So could playing a lower league team be coming at a good time, given you just played Arsenal or Liverpool?
It's another story, and we can't start the game just with this idea. The opponent will show less quality or something like that. It's not the case. It will be totally different. You have to reset and get ready for a new scenario, a new opponent, and it's one tie. It's even more difficult. So I don't know if it's the right timing. It's another opportunity to play, to win, to show our quality and to be dominant. And after that, it's one game, so you won't have another chance to go to the next round.
Would you like a League Cup run, or would it be potentially distracting from the league?
I think the schedule won't be too busy during this second part of the season, so it's possible to combine both. Our attention is still on the league. It's really clear. We have to reach this target around 40 points, 42 maybe, because the race will be intense, I think. This is our main intention, but because of the schedule, I think we can combine both. So let's try to go further.
And then finally for me, Nielsen Angulo's made a promising start. You highlighted some of his attacking work against Liverpool. Are you expecting him to settle in as quickly as he seems to?
Yes, I'm not surprised. So when we decided to start with him, it was clear that he was ready because of his background. He played a lot of football in Europe, so his experience is big. After that, it's a question of connection with his teammates. So individually, I think he's ready. After that, you have to fill the gap with the Premier League, and you have to connect with your teammates. So it takes time. He was brave, I think. He worked hard, and I think he will improve in the next fixture.